You won't believe what just leaked. This changes everything in the hip-hop and NBA world. Exclusive sources are confirming what nobody expected. Brandon Ingram, yes, the New Orleans Pelicans star, is officially done with GloRilla. No one saw this coming. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Things are about to get way messier. Rumors started circulating last week, but now we've obtained what insiders are calling the receipts. Screenshots, texts, and messages that allegedly show the final breaking point between Brandon and GloRilla. And wait, it gets crazier. While fans are still trying to process the breakup, Gotti just confirmed in a shocking post that he's got GloRilla pregnant. The reactions online? Explosive. Twitter is melting down. Instagram stories are being deleted. Fan pages are going wild. People are calling this the ultimate triple threat drama of the year. And just when you think it couldn't get any more insane, Angela Simmons drops a subtle but savage shade in her own posts. Cryptic emojis, screenshots, and commentary that hint at inside knowledge. The way this is all colliding? Unreal. It's like a perfect storm of celebrity heartbreak, scandal, and betrayal, all hitting at once. We've got texts allegedly from Brandon expressing heartbreak, screenshots showing GloRilla's responses, and even insider accounts of Gotti's camp confirming the pregnancy. People are shocked, emotions are running high, and the industry is buzzing. Everyone is picking sides. And the twist that's about to hit next? You'll want to stick around because it might just flip the entire story upside down. By the end of this video, you're going to see why this isn't just a celebrity drama. It's a cultural moment, and one that has fans debating, influencers weighing in, and the internet exploding like never before. You won't want to miss a single second because the next revelation is about to leave everyone speechless. Before we get into the explosive drama that's taking over social media, let's set the stage and break down the main players, their history, and why this whole situation feels like it was inevitable. Because to understand why Brandon Ingram and GloRilla's breakup is shaking the internet, you need to know what led up to this moment. First, there's Brandon Ingram, the NBA star known for his smooth game on the court and his low-key but stylish lifestyle off it. Ingram has always had the image of a quiet, thoughtful player who keeps his personal life private, at least until now. He's been in the public eye since his college days at Duke, drafted straight into the league, and over the years, he's built a reputation not just as an elite athlete, but as someone who's careful about who he lets into his inner circle. Brandon's dating history has been relatively low profile, but his relationship with GloRilla immediately drew attention, because for the first time, fans saw a connection that felt very public and very real. Then there's GloRilla, the rising rap superstar whose hits have been dominating the charts. Known for her unapologetic personality and fierce independence, GloRilla has cultivated an image that screams empowerment, confidence, and control. Her fan base is massive, her social media engagement off the charts, and her career trajectory makes her one of the most influential young women in hip-hop right now. When news of her relationship with Brandon first broke, it felt like a power couple match made in the headlines. NBA star meets rap queen. Social media exploded with excitement. Fans were calling them the ultimate flex, and speculating about collabs, appearances, and even long-term plans. But as with any high-profile relationship, there were signs from the beginning that all might not be smooth sailing. Brandon's private, cautious energy often clashed with GloRilla's bold, in-your-face, public persona. Early on, fans noticed subtle hints of tension, deleted posts, cryptic tweets, and private accounts suggesting disagreements behind closed doors. People brushed it off, thinking it was normal for a young couple under constant public scrutiny. But insiders now claim those small conflicts were only the beginning of a much bigger storm. And then comes Gotti, the veteran rapper and industry heavyweight who has been in the business long enough to know how to create and control buzz. Gotti's involvement in this drama has added a shocking layer of complexity. Sources say he and GloRilla had a prior connection that went beyond casual acquaintance, and while it wasn't public knowledge, his confirmation of her pregnancy has set the internet on fire. The dynamic between him, GloRilla, and Brandon adds a tangled layer of personal and professional stakes, because now this isn't just about dating drama. It's about legacy, reputation, and influence in both hip-hop and NBA circles. Then there's Angela Simmons. Another key figure in this story whose subtle commentary has fans reading between the lines. Angela has always been savvy when it comes to social media influence, and her cryptic posts hinting at the GloRilla drama suggest she may have inside knowledge, or at the very least, wants to be part of the conversation. Angela's involvement adds tension because she has her own history of high-profile relationships and public drama, and her ability to shape narratives online cannot be underestimated. Now let's rewind a bit and put all these pieces together. Brandon and GloRilla's relationship started gaining traction last year. Early sightings at events and low-key Instagram posts fueled speculation, and fans quickly formed theories about their compatibility. But it wasn't all roses. Brandon's team reportedly noticed that GloRilla's career demands, touring, recording, constant public attention, sometimes conflicted with his personal boundaries and NBA schedule. GloRilla, on the other hand, is someone who thrives in the spotlight and expects her partner to match her energy and public confidence. These differences, insiders say, led to private arguments, some of which were allegedly captured in leaked text messages that are now circulating online. Then, just as things seemed like they might stabilize, the Gotti factor entered the picture. Sources claim there were late-night conversations, mutual visits, and a series of private meetings that were never meant to go public. It's unclear exactly when GloRilla's pregnancy began. But Gotti's recent confirmation has made it undeniable. This situation isn't just messy, it's explosive. Fans have speculated endlessly about who knew what, and leaked texts allegedly show Brandon expressing confusion and heartbreak, while GloRilla's messages appear unapologetic and assertive, defending her choices and future plans. The media coverage has been relentless. Entertainment blogs, fan pages, and even mainstream outlets have been dissecting every post, every appearance, and every cryptic emoji. Social media platforms are flooded with side-by-side comparisons of Brandon and GloRilla's interactions over the past months, fueling theories, debates, and factional divides among fans. On one side, people are rallying behind Brandon, calling him the wronged party. On the other, GloRilla's supporters emphasize her autonomy, her career focus, and the unexpected involvement of Gotti as central to the narrative. Angela Simmons' cryptic posts, apparently referencing both the breakup and the pregnancy, have only stoked the flames, leaving everyone questioning alliances, truth, and motivation. All roads seem to lead to this moment. The breakup, the pregnancy confirmation, and the subtle social media shading have collided to create a story that is now dominating feeds everywhere. Everything from past interactions, leaked messages, and celebrity commentary makes it feel almost inevitable that the fallout would be chaotic, public, and messy. And with the stakes so high, careers, personal lives, public perception, what happens next is impossible to predict. The tension is palpable, and insiders warn that the next moves could completely redefine relationships, reputations, and alliances in both the music and sports worlds. This isn't just a celebrity breakup. It's a collision of power, influence, and personal drama, with three major figures: Brandon Ingram, GloRilla, and Gotti at the center, and a fourth, Angela Simmons, stirring the pot with her subtle but sharp shade. Every social post, every leak, and every public statement now carries weight, and fans are watching, analysing, and debating at a level that few celebrity stories ever reach. The stage is set, the players are in position, and the tension is at a breaking point. And the explosive twists that follow, believe me, they are going to leave everyone talking. It all went down last week, and the timing couldn't have been more chaotic. According to insiders, Brandon Ingram and GloRilla's breakup wasn't a private split. It was explosive, messy, and absolutely public, even if much of it happened behind the scenes. Sources claim the initial confrontation happened at a private dinner in Los Angeles, where both Brandon and GloRilla had agreed to meet and talk things out. What was supposed to be a calm, adult conversation allegedly erupted within minutes. Brandon reportedly entered the room looking tense, holding his phone like it contained a bomb, while GloRilla was already defensive, her emotions on full display. Eyewitnesses described the scene as intense. Brandon allegedly said, "I can't keep doing this, GloRilla. It's too much. Everything with the media, everything with the rumors. It's too much stress." GloRilla reportedly snapped back, "Stress? I've been holding it down, working my career, dealing with your insecurities. Don't make me the villain here." The argument quickly escalated, and friends in the room claim that Brandon slammed his hand on the table, demanding answers about her behavior and her communications with Gotti. "It was like watching a fuse burn in slow motion," one insider said. "Emotions were so raw you could cut them with a knife." And then it happened. Someone in the room allegedly pulled out screenshots of private texts, supposedly between GloRilla and Gotti, confirming discussions that hinted at her pregnancy. The energy in the room reportedly changed instantly. Brandon allegedly went pale, muttering, "Wait, she's..." "What?" GloRilla's expression reportedly shifted from defensive to unapologetic as she allegedly replied, "Yes, and it's happening whether you like it or not. You knew how complicated this could get." Sources claim that those texts showed GloRilla planning for the future with Gotti, discussing support, timing, and media strategy. Everything Brandon claimed he had no knowledge of. But the real bombshell came later that night. After leaving the dinner, Brandon allegedly sent a private text to a close friend. "I can't believe this. I really thought we were in this together. Now it's all out in the open and I don't even know what's real anymore." The insider who shared this screenshot claims it went viral in certain private circles before news outlets could catch wind. Meanwhile, GloRilla reportedly posted a cryptic Instagram story showing herself laughing in a car, writing, "Life moves fast. Adapt or get left behind." Fans immediately interpreted it as a direct response to the breakup rumors. And the social media storm was just beginning. Within hours, the internet exploded. Threads appeared on Twitter dissecting every single post, every emoji, every like, and comment. Screenshots allegedly leaked from Brandon's camp, showing texts where he expressed heartbreak and frustration. "I gave you everything, and now it feels like I was left out." Another text reportedly read, "I just want the truth. That's all I need." At the same time, fan pages on Instagram began reposting GloRilla's cryptic stories, interpreting them as both a clapback and confirmation of her pregnancy rumors. Within minutes, hashtags like #BrandonDumpedGloRilla and #YoGottiBaby began trending, and the story quickly went global. And then came the first real twist, a revelation that no one was expecting. An insider reportedly told us that Brandon had already suspected something was going on between GloRilla and Gotti, but he never imagined it would be this serious. The insider claimed he knew there was a connection, but he thought it was harmless, just professional. Seeing the texts and hearing confirmations about the pregnancy, that broke him. Adding fuel to the fire, another alleged text from GloRilla to a friend read, "Let him deal with it. He's too soft for this world anyway." The tone of these messages reportedly suggested not only defiance, but a calculated plan to handle the situation on her own terms. Fans naturally went wild over the leaked texts and screenshots. Threads comparing Brandon and GloRilla's past social media interactions started to surface, and with people claiming they could spot signs of trouble months in advance. One viral post analysed a subtle comment from GloRilla on a Brandon highlight reel. "Nice moves, but don't forget your priorities," interpreting it as foreshadowing the eventual fallout. Meanwhile, the public discourse split into two camps: Team Brandon rallying around the NBA star as the wronged party, and Team GloRilla, defending her autonomy, independence, and career-first mindset. Every social media platform was buzzing with hot takes, memes, and debates about what this scandal meant for celebrity culture and relationships. Then the first twist hit with the subtlety of a bomb. As news of the pregnancy confirmation by Gotti broke, some insiders claimed that Angela Simmons had posted indirect shade aimed at GloRilla, sparking even more speculation. A cryptic post allegedly showed a screenshot of a DM with a laughing emoji, a shocked face, and a comment that read, "Sometimes karma comes in mysterious ways." Fans immediately interpreted this as Angela acknowledging the drama while teasing that there was more behind the story than anyone knew. The timing of her post, just hours after the leaked texts and Brandon's breakup confirmation, made it seem intentional, almost as if she was stirring the pot while letting the internet connect the dots. By the end of that night, the social media ecosystem was in total chaos. Influencers, fan accounts, and industry insiders were weighing in, reposting screenshots, creating side-by-side comparisons, and even speculating on potential future fallout, including career consequences, public appearances, and possible statements from the NBA and music industry. What had started as a personal conflict became a full-blown, multi-layered scandal that no one could ignore. Brandon's heartbreak, GloRilla's pregnancy, Gotti's confirmation, and Angela Simmons' shade had created a perfect storm. And the first twist proved that this story was far from over. And just when you thought the drama couldn't escalate further, insiders hinted at another development. There were allegedly additional private communications that could reveal more shocking details about the nature of GloRilla and Gotti's relationship. Details that might completely change the way fans perceive the entire situation. With social media on fire and multiple camps picking sides, the first twist wasn't just explosive, it set the stage for an even more insane escalation that no one saw coming. As soon as the first twist dropped, the drama didn't just simmer, it exploded. Social media went into absolute chaos, with Twitter threads, Instagram stories, and TikTok reactions dominating feeds worldwide. Fans were dissecting every move, every post, and every leaked screenshot. Hashtags like #BrandonDumkedGloRilla, #YoGottiBaby, #AngelaShade, and #GloRillaDrama were trending globally, and influencer pages couldn't stop reposting clips, screenshots, and hot takes. Every hour seemed to bring a new revelation, and the narrative shifted constantly as insiders claimed to have more exclusive information. The story escalated when an alleged private conversation between GloRilla and Gotti leaked online. According to sources, these messages were exchanged shortly after Brandon confronted GloRilla. One text reportedly read, "We're about to change everything. The timing's perfect, don't stress." Another allegedly said, "I got you, don't let anyone ruin this moment." Fans immediately interpreted this as both a confirmation of the pregnancy and a strategic plan to manage the public fallout. The combination of personal drama and calculated media maneuvering made the entire saga feel like a scripted reality show, but insiders insist it's all very real. Meanwhile, Brandon Ingram's camp reportedly wasn't staying silent. Sources say his friends and team were actively monitoring GloRilla's social media, documenting cryptic posts, and preparing statements. One alleged screenshot shows Brandon texting a close friend, "I just want to move on, but the world is watching." How do I even explain this? Emotions were reportedly running high. Fans described Brandon's Instagram stories as subtle cries for privacy and space, while simultaneously hinting at disappointment and betrayal. The juxtaposition of GloRilla's bold posts and Brandon's reserved, hurt messages created a clear narrative clash that fans couldn't stop debating. Then the industry commentary began. Hip-hop insiders, bloggers, and even podcast hosts weighed in, each offering hot takes that fanned the flames further. Some called it a power move by GloRilla. Others called Brandon the wronged NBA king. Analysts began speculating about how this drama might impact GloRilla's upcoming album, potential collaborations, and even Yo Gotti's public image. Every angle seemed to reveal a new layer of scandal, and the attention wasn't slowing down. Some sources even claimed that multiple music executives were watching the situation unfold carefully, evaluating how to leverage the controversy for publicity, proving that in entertainment, personal drama can quickly become business strategy. But then came the second shocking revelation, something that truly flipped the story upside down. An insider leaked messages suggesting that Brandon had allegedly confronted Yo Gotti directly. According to these sources, the NBA star reportedly asked, "Were you planning this behind my back?" To which Yo Gotti allegedly replied, "It's bigger than all of us. Focus on your career, bro, I got this handled." The audacity of the exchange, if true, sent shockwaves through social media. Fans were quick to post side-by-side screenshots of Brandon's messages expressing hurt and Yo Gotti's calm, confident replies. The reactions were instant. Some praised Yo Gotti for being strategic, others condemned him for disrespecting Brandon. Every angle created new factions online, with debates spiraling across Twitter threads and fan pages. Fans also noticed another detail. Angela Simmons' subtle social media shade seemed to escalate after this second revelation. A cryptic post allegedly read, "Some people can't handle the heat they started." Fans immediately speculated she was referencing Brandon's confrontation with Yo Gotti and GloRilla's calculated posts. Some called it masterful shade, others called it public manipulation. Either way, her subtle commentary amplified the drama and made the story feel even more chaotic, because now there were four major narratives intersecting at the same time: Brandon's heartbreak, GloRilla's bold independence, Yo Gotti's strategic confirmation, and Angela Simmons' cryptic commentary. As the week progressed, fan pages exploded with polls, memes, and theories. One viral thread analysed every past interaction between Brandon and GloRilla, suggesting signs of trouble months before the public knew. Another viral TikTok speculated about how GloRilla's pregnancy might impact her career trajectory, weighing in on album releases and social appearances. The combination of leaked texts, celebrity commentary, and fan speculation created a feedback loop, keeping the drama trending non-stop. It wasn't just a story, it was an entire cultural event. And just when it seemed like the chaos had peaked, a second shocking piece of insider information leaked. GloRilla allegedly had a private meeting with her management team to plan the public reveal of the pregnancy, long before Brandon even knew the timeline. According to sources, these meetings involved strategic discussions on press releases, social media engagement, and controlling the narrative in interviews. The implication? That GloRilla had been fully aware of the timing and impact of the pregnancy reveal, and that every post since Brandon's breakup was part of a calculated strategy. Fans went ballistic. Threads comparing Brandon's reaction versus GloRilla's calculated posts went viral, and even mainstream news outlets began covering the story as a scandal with both personal and professional stakes. This second revelation created an entirely new level of tension. Industry insiders described it as a full-blown chess game, with all major players maneuvering strategically while the public watched in real time. Brandon was portrayed as the emotional center of the story, GloRilla as the bold strategist, Yo Gotti as the mysterious orchestrator, and Angela Simmons as the silent instigator. Every move, every post, every subtle comment became part of the unfolding narrative. Fans were theorizing about next steps, predicting confrontations, and speculating on potential collaborations or diss tracks that might emerge from the situation. By the end of this escalation phase, it was clear that the drama wasn't slowing down anytime soon. The combination of leaked messages, social media posts, celebrity commentary, and insider revelations had created a storm that wasn't just about a breakup or a pregnancy. It was about power, control, and reputation. Brandon Ingram, GloRilla, Yo Gotti, and Angela Simmons were all playing roles in a story that had captivated the public, and the cliffhanger hanging over the next revelation promised to push the narrative to even more shocking heights. Fans were left glued to their screens, waiting for the next explosive bombshell. As soon as the leaks, screenshots, and confirmations hit social media, the public reaction was instant, chaotic, and unrelenting. Fans couldn't stop posting, commenting, and creating threads dissecting every angle of the drama. On Twitter, #BrandonDumpeDGloRilla and #YoGottiBaby were trending in multiple countries, with thousands of posts appearing every minute. One viral thread, which had over 20,000 likes within hours, broke down GloRilla's Instagram stories alongside Brandon's subtle cryptic posts, analysing every emoji, like, and comment for hidden meaning. Fans were comparing timestamps, cross-referencing public appearances, and even speculating on hidden messages in music lyrics. The reaction wasn't just viral, it was a cultural moment, with different fan factions forming almost instantly. Team Brandon quickly emerged, portraying the NBA star as the wronged, emotionally devastated party. Fan accounts reposted alleged leaked texts where Brandon supposedly expressed heartbreak, shock, and betrayal, often adding captions like, "This is what real love looks like, gone wrong," or "Brandon deserves better." Some fans went as far as creating digital collages showing Brandon looking emotional in public appearances next to GloRilla's smiling posts, calling it a clash of energy and intention. On TikTok, dozens of creators dramatized the alleged breakup, recreating texts, adding voiceovers, and dramatizing Brandon's heartbreak to viral effect. Meanwhile, Team GloRilla was equally vocal. Her supporters praised her for independence, strength, and control over her narrative. Many pointed out that GloRilla's career-first approach was admirable and that she had a right to manage her life and pregnancy on her own terms. On Instagram, fan pages shared screenshots of her posts showing confidence and self-assurance, interpreting them as deliberate empowerment moves. Or memes quickly emerged framing GloRilla as a strategic, fearless queen while painting Brandon as the heartbroken NBA bae. Comment sections erupted with debates over whether GloRilla was justified, strategic, or ruthless, and the discussion dominated trending topics across multiple platforms. Then, the industry commentary kicked in. Hip-hop blogs, YouTube channels, and podcast hosts began covering the story with varying degrees of sensationalism. Some claimed this was the biggest celebrity scandal in years, while others called it a modern power play in both music and sports. A popular YouTube channel allegedly posted a breakdown of GloRilla and Gotti's possible moves, speculating that her pregnancy reveal was meticulously planned for maximum impact, both personally and professionally. Music insiders also chimed in, noting that GloRilla's upcoming projects could benefit from the attention, and suggesting that Brandon's NBA image could be affected by the high-profile drama. The mixture of personal heartbreak and public spectacle created a level of intrigue that kept viewers glued to feeds, news outlets, and social platforms alike. Angela Simmons's subtle involvement only intensified the online storm. Her cryptic posts, allegedly hinting at inside knowledge of the situation, sparked a massive fan reaction. Threads analysing her stories, emojis, and captions became trending discussions. Fans speculated about her motives. Was she genuinely just commenting, or was she strategically stoking the drama to elevate her own visibility in the public eye? Every new post from Angela seemed to create more chaos, and fan theories exploded. Memes comparing Angela's subtle shade to a master chess player in a celebrity power game began circulating, adding another layer of narrative for audiences to digest. The reactions weren't limited to fans and influencers. Mainstream media also joined the conversation. Digital news outlets began publishing articles, highlighting the breakup, the pregnancy confirmation, and Angela's subtle commentary. Headlines like, "Brandon Ingram dumped by GloRilla," "Amid Gotti baby bombshell," and "Angela Simmons drops cryptic shade in celebrity triangle" dominated search trends. Every new story, no matter how speculative, seemed to add fuel to the fire, creating a continuous feedback loop that amplified the narrative and made it nearly impossible for fans to stay caught up. Meanwhile, the fan debates escalated into virtual factions, and with some defending Brandon as the emotional victim, and others praising GloRilla as the independent, career-focused woman navigating a complicated situation. TikTok creators created skits and reenactments of alleged leaked messages. Instagram pages uploaded breakdowns of social media posts, and Twitter users developed full-blown analysis threads connecting dates, events, and public appearances to the narrative. The situation became less about the individuals and more about a spectacle, with everyone weighing in, from casual fans to celebrity gossip insiders. One particularly viral fan theory suggested that GloRilla and Gotti's strategy was a deliberate move to control public perception. The screenshots allegedly leaked from private messages indicated that GloRilla had been coordinating her posts and interactions with Gotti's team to maximize impact, including the timing of pregnancy hints and subtle responses to Brandon's public posts. Fans argued that this indicated not just personal decisions, but a calculated media strategy, a revelation that added a new dimension to the story and fueled even more debate online. Even NBA-focused fan accounts got involved. Some speculated on how this high-profile personal drama could affect Brandon's focus, performance, and public image. Others defended him, emphasizing the difficulty of managing a private life under the constant scrutiny of both sports fans and hip-hop culture. Social media posts comparing Brandon's emotional energy to his performance on the court went viral, creating memes that framed him as both the heartbroken star and the silent warrior dealing with chaos. By the end of the first week of public fallout, the story had transcended simple celebrity gossip. It became a multi-layered narrative affecting music, sports, and pop culture simultaneously. Industry insiders suggested this could have long-term implications for all parties involved, not just personal reputations, but also career trajectories, media deals, and fan engagement strategies. Social media had created a situation where every post, like, and comment became fodder for speculation and analysis. Fans, influencers, and journalists were all part of a continuous cycle, each amplifying the drama in real time. The story continued to dominate feeds as memes, GIFs, and commentary kept spreading. But one thing was clear: everyone was watching, analysing, and predicting the next move. The public wasn't just consuming the drama, they were actively participating, turning leaked messages, cryptic posts, and industry speculation into a living, breathing narrative that evolved by the hour. Brandon's heartbreak, GloRilla's independence, Gotti's confirmation, and Angela Simmons' cryptic commentary had combined to create an unstoppable wave of controversy. And just when it seemed like the narrative had reached its peak, insiders hinted at another shocking development, something that could completely change the perception of the story once again. The stage was set for the final twist, and fans everywhere were holding their breath. One leaked message, one post, or one new revelation could flip everything upside down and leave the internet scrambling for answers once more. The cliffhanger was now unavoidable, and the world was waiting for the next bombshell. Just when everyone thought the drama had reached its peak, the final twist dropped like a bombshell, and it sent shockwaves through social media, hip-hop circles, and NBA fan bases alike. According to insiders, new evidence surfaced that nobody saw coming, a revelation that could completely rewrite the narrative surrounding Brandon Ingram, GloRilla, Gotti, and Angela Simmons. Sources claim that private conversations, previously hidden messages, and even a now-deleted Instagram DM exposed a level of betrayal that fans are still struggling to process. The shocking revelation allegedly began with a leak from a close source within GloRilla's inner circle. The source claimed that GloRilla had been juggling communications between Brandon and Gotti far longer than anyone realized. One alleged text reportedly read, "Everything is lined up, just wait, let them figure it out." Meanwhile, another allegedly said, He'll never see it coming, and that's the point. The timing and tone of these messages suggested that the pregnancy confirmation wasn't just a spontaneous announcement. It was part of a larger strategy, leaving Brandon completely blindsided. Fans immediately exploded online, debating whether this was cold manipulation or calculated self-preservation. But the twist didn't stop there. Insider leaks allegedly confirmed that Angela Simmons had direct knowledge of these communications, and that her cryptic shade on social media wasn't just commentary, it was intentional signaling. Screenshots reportedly show Angela texting another influencer. "Let them unravel themselves. It's about to get messy." Fans quickly connected the dots. Her subtle posts, emojis, and comments over the past week were not casual observations. They were signs that she had insider knowledge of the situation and was watching every move unfold in real time. The implication? Angela wasn't just a passive observer, she was actively influencing the narrative. As if that wasn't enough, the biggest shocker allegedly came from Gotti's camp. Leaked messages suggest that Gotti had allegedly prepared for the public confirmation of the pregnancy weeks in advance, coordinating with GloRilla's team to ensure maximum media impact. One purported DM read, "Timing is everything. Let Brandon deal with the headlines, we handle the rest." Another reportedly said, "Keep calm, the story's ours now." This revelation caused fans to question the dynamics of the entire triangle. Was this just a personal drama, or a calculated power move designed to dominate headlines and social media trends? Social media exploded with opinions, memes, and endless speculation. Fans noticed that Brandon Ingram's responses were increasingly rare and subtle, creating further speculation. One viral clip edited from Brandon's recent Instagram stories showed him silently watching highlights of GloRilla's posts, with captions like, "Life moves fast," and "Keep your head up." Fans interpreted this as a sign of heartbreak, but some theorized that it might also signal that Brandon was stepping back to strategize his next move. Every subtle post became evidence, and social media debates reached fever pitch. Then came a leaked screenshot that truly broke the internet. Allegedly, GloRilla had shared a message with a close friend that read, "If they think this is over, they're wrong. The next chapter is going to be bigger than anyone can imagine." Fans immediately speculated that this hinted at music, media appearances, or even diss tracks targeting Brandon or Gotti, further escalating the tension. Meanwhile, Angela Simmons' subtle commentary suggested she knew the contents of these messages and was letting fans stew in anticipation. The combination of leaks, insider messages, and cryptic social media behavior created a scenario that no one could ignore, and fans scrambled to piece together the puzzle. Industry insiders also weighed in on the final twist. Analysts suggested that the timing of GloRilla's and Gotti's strategy was almost unprecedented, blending personal drama with media manipulation in a way that had never been seen before in hip-hop or sports circles. Some argued it was brilliant marketing, others called it ruthless and emotionally devastating. Brandon Ingram, meanwhile, was portrayed as the silent figure caught in a whirlwind he didn't see coming, while Angela Simmons emerged as a shadow player with uncanny insight into the unfolding chaos. Every fan, influencer, and media outlet was dissecting the drama, trying to predict the next move, and waiting to see who would emerge unscathed. And just when you thought the story couldn't get any more insane, insiders hinted at one final hidden confession, something that, if revealed publicly, could completely redefine the narrative. According to the leak, there exists a private voice memo that allegedly contains GloRilla admitting she knew the breakup with Brandon would be devastating, but insisted it was necessary for her career and personal life. The voice memo reportedly also hints that the pregnancy was not an accident and that Gotti had been in the loop from the beginning. If this ever goes public, fans suggest it could trigger a media firestorm bigger than anything seen so far. This final twist makes it clear: this story is far from over. Brandon Ingram, GloRilla, Gotti, and Angela Simmons are all players in a drama that keeps evolving in real time, and every new leak, post, or message could shift the narrative again. The internet is still buzzing, fans are still forming factions, and the industry is still analysing every angle. What seemed like a simple breakup has now become a multi-layered saga of heartbreak, strategy, and betrayal, one that could define public perception of all parties for years to come. The cliffhanger is unavoidable. What happens next? Will Brandon respond publicly? Will GloRilla release a track or statement addressing the leaks? Will Gotti take a more active role in controlling the narrative? And how far will Angela Simmons' influence stretch before she decides to speak openly? The answers are unclear, but one thing is certain. This story isn't done, and the next chapter promises to be even more explosive than anything we've seen so far. Fans are on edge, social media is buzzing, and the drama is only escalating. The final twist has set the stage for chaos, and nobody can predict who will come out on top. All right, now that you've seen everything unfold, the heartbreak, the leaks, the pregnancy confirmation, Angela Simmons' shade, and Gotti's shocking involvement, it's time to hear from you. We need to know what you think, because this story isn't just headlines, it's a conversation, and your opinion matters. Comment below who you believe in this entire drama. Are you Team Brandon, shocked and heartbroken? Or are you Team GloRilla, owning her power move and career-first mindset? Maybe you're on Team Gotti, impressed by the strategy? Or even Team Angela Simmons, silently pulling strings and dropping cryptic shade? Hit that like button if you're as shook as we are by these leaks and texts. Every tap helps push this story to more people who need to see the chaos unfold. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications, because this isn't over. Trust me, you do not want to miss the next chapter. Insider sources say there are more DMs, voice memos, and screenshots about to surface, and the next updates could completely flip the script yet again. We also want you to weigh in on the questions nobody else is asking. Will Brandon respond publicly or stay silent? Is GloRilla planning another move we haven't seen yet? Could Gotti drop a statement that changes everything? And what role will Angela Simmons play if she decides to step out from the shadows? The internet is buzzing, and we're all watching this unfold in real time. But your opinion shapes the discussion. So, comment below who you think is telling the truth. Who's playing smart, and who's about to get burned by this scandal? Share this video with your friends, because everyone needs to see how messy and insane this drama has gotten. And stay locked in with us. We'll break every update, every leaked screenshot, and every wild twist as it drops. The next bombshell is coming, and trust me, it's going to be even bigger, even wilder, and even more shocking. The question now is, are you ready for what's next? Comment, like, subscribe, and get ready, because this story is far from over. And when the next update drops, we'll be right here breaking it all down for you. You do not want to miss it.